Alright, here we go. So I've been having problems with this game. Hello guys, Vengeancer here. I got a little bit of stuff to talk about. I'm recording Last Chaos again. Let me set some things up and I'll explain why. So, I'm to a point in Black Desert where I don't, have content to make, basically. I have about 4 different things that I need to do in Black Desert, but currently, so I guess this is for my subs. This video is kind of explaining things. Oops. And I'm gonna do a little bit of farming here in Last Chaos while I explain things, if I can get everything to cooperate. So, and I have cube buff for an hour, so I'll record as long as I can, and till I have to leave. So for Black Desert, I have to make stacks. The next progress in Black Desert is gonna be the pen offhand, the Black Star, and I did one session and I got a few pen attempts in, but I ran out of stacks. So I've been farming stacks. What I have to do to farm stacks is I basically have to fish, and I need to do a bunch of cooking in that game, and a few other things that are basically pretty much AFK activities that I can't make content on because nobody wants to sit and watch me semi AFK cook or fish for hours on end. So I was thinking about it. I'm just doing that in the background, and I do have Black Desert running. It's AFK fishing right now. I'm trying to build up the seasoned coelacanths to trade for time-filled blackstones so that I can get more stacks and Valks. And then the cooking I am doing when I am here. I won't be cooking today because I actually have to be gone. I had an emergency pop up yesterday that I have to deal with. And so the cooking, I am cooking all of the Balanos meal ingredients, and so I can do Imperial boxes out of those. But now that that's out of the way, BDO content's not going away. I just have some things that I can't make content on it right now until I get some of these semi AFK activities done. So there's going to be some videos. I'll do some videos on the cooking that I'm doing just to kind of show off what I'm doing. Same with the fishing and like the stack building. I did a bunch of stack building the other day, so I do have like 10 to 15 stacks, 40 stacks, and I'm working on the 50 to 60 stacks, but it's slow going because I'm having to burn through tons and tons of stuff, so I'm going to have to do some silver grinding probably too, instead of potion grinding for potion pieces. But all that aside, this is Last Chaos. I've put it on the channel before. It's kind of my guilty pleasure. You know, I played this game a long time ago, and it has changed hands a bunch of times. Used to, Game & Go was the developer, and Area Games published it. I played back when Area Games had it, and it wasn't bad. It was just very pay to win. Then it switched hands, and I lost my account because I didn't do the transfer. And Game & Go had it. Well, I started making content on it when Game & Go had it, and now Game & Go sold it to Fox. Fawkes. So Fox is trying to fix everything that is wrong with it. They seem to really care about the game. Game Go kind of did them dirty, from what Shiko told me, and Shiko's been helping me out a lot. So shout out to him. And he's probably the one I'm making this content for because he really, I mean, I got him on friends list on here, and he, like I said, he's been helping me. He seems to enjoy the game a lot. So I wanted to add this to like the channel roster, even if it doesn't like grow the channel or get huge views. But I haven't seen anybody making Last Chaos content, so I don't know what we can do on here, but we're gonna figure it out. So shout out to him, and then Death Touch has been helping me a lot too. Both of those guys are above and beyond, and I really appreciate it because I have no clue what I'm doing anymore. The game has changed since I was very active on it. But I will say that Fox has changed a lot of stuff. They've got the traders back in, so there is an auction house now, basically, which is fantastic. You can make silver through that. The general consensus to leveling and stuff still seems to be go get a higher level to run the extreme cube, get the buffs, which I have for another hour, and then any other buffs that you can manage to muster up and collect, and then just farm that way. So the game has changed a little bit to where I don't need as much in terms of skill points, because most of these skills are useless to me because I'm just auto attacking. And then, so the main things for this Night Shadow is going to be Darkness, Deadly Light, Dark Blow, all the passive skills that I can get to increase my HP, attack, defense, and movement speed. And then I'll probably get Judgment, maybe Aura of Illusion for the hit rate. I don't know. Curse of Blood for the HP gen, just in case I get low. And then most of the rest of the skills, like all the soul skills and stuff, it's just an afterthought. The in-game, the most damage you're going to do is from auto attacks anyway. So it's not that big a deal. And as you can see, I'm doing just autos here to kill, and I'm doing quite a bit. Here's the equipment. Shiko helped me out. There's the game crash. So let me get the game back up. Give me just a sec. It's being dumb. Alright, I think I got it now. Cool. So I'm on my way back over there. I don't know. The game keeps crashing because Game Ago did the Fox guys dirty, and they basically gave bugged game files, so now the game crashes all the dang time. I might end up having to repair the patcher. I don't know. It was doing this to me yesterday when I was trying to figure things out and get it set up to record again. So we'll see. We'll see if it crashes again over here. Bloody Mirror is one of those places where it seems to crash over and over again. Before I was having problems on 5. 3 was doing okay, but now it seems that it's doing it again on 5. So I jumped to 6. We'll see if that makes a difference. And I like to stand right here. Alright. So, back to what I was saying. Shiko helped me out. This just isn't gonna work. Let's hope this fixes it. I did a repair. We'll see if that... It kind of is acting better because I can get it in full screen windowed mode, so it doesn't have to be in actual full screen. I don't like to play games in full screen. I do, but I don't like actual full screen. I like full screen windowed mode because... And of course this is another problem that I was having with the bags not working or staying like they're supposed to. We will see how this works. I don't know if you guys can hear the music on the audio or not. I have it set so that you should be able to. But it's very low. Let me crank that up just a bit. Just a bit. It should be fine. Okay. So, back to what I was saying. Shiko helped me out. He gave me a bunch of accessories, which are pretty dang good. And now I don't need potions like I did before. They keep me full enough that I don't have to deal with the putting down these totems for every little thing. So now I can sit over here and farm. As long as I got cube buffs, I can just farm. And it's not a problem. And then, of course, Death Touch, he gave me a little bit of gold and stuff to kind of get me going, and he's been helping me with other equipment. And so hopefully we can get a good base established, because I did lose my account before. I had so much stuff before I lost my account from Area Games' days. I had all kinds of accessories with absorption and all kinds of stuff on. I had full full gear. I had a big plus weapon for Night Shadow. My Night Shadow was 117, I think, before. I just had a lot of stuff going on. I had a ton of stuff on my account. I had multiple characters. And, all that stuff got lost just because I didn't take the time to do the migration before. But we're rebuilding, and people are helping me, so I'm very appreciative of that. So those are the shout-outs to the people that were helping me. And so now, back to what I was saying before we crashed a bunch of times. Last Chaos is kind of my guilty pleasure. It's my MMO away from MMOs. Because it's not like Black Desert where there's a huge crafting system or an in-depth quest system. It's pretty straightforward. Your power comes from equipment and levels. So you just grind. And it's kind of like my knockoff version of an MMORPG. And I do like to play it, so I want to put some content of it up every once in a while, in between doing all of the farmy stuff on Black Desert, where I'm just farming out stuff, And I've considered adding RuneScape to that. I've never played RuneScape before, so I thought it might be kind of cool to add that in, but I have no clue what I'm doing, and the graphics on there are pretty bad. This one is kind of like an upgraded RuneScape, where there's graphics are better, but still nowhere near. The combat system is point, click, or tab target, so it's a little bit different. You got hot bars, but it's not action combat by any means. So your power comes from buffs, skills, equipment, and it's not like you can dodge things. So it's if you don't have a good evasion stat or a good armor stat, then you're gonna get one shot. You're kind of screwed. But we're not doing too bad. You want to get your HP, defense, evasion, and attack up as much as you can, and we're farming the skill points. Now, if I go to my third monitor, I do have a list of stuff here. These are the ones I'm working towards right now to get set up for 140, because 140 is kind of where the game changes. You get access to the higher level region, and you kind of start farming quests and stuff, so things get a little bit better overall. Eventually, I want to max all these skills up here, and this is kind of my game plan. So there is a look at that. Now there is a site called lcusinfo.weebly.com. That is the only place that we can really look things up. For Last Chaos, it's kind of like a repository of all the data, and it was made by one of the players, I believe. So that is very helpful. But what I have in terms of what I can do on here is just go to Bloody Mirror, which is this region here, and I do the quest as I can get them. Don't turn them in because I'm saving them, and I want to get farmed up for skill points as much as I can. I have my XP locked through this guild that I'm in, so I don't get I don't really get any XP while I'm farming the skill points. I have 1700. That might look like a lot, but for people that don't play Last Chaos, each skill takes massive amounts. So to upgrade just my HP passive skill, I think this is like 13, 14, 1500. It doesn't work the same as Black Desert. And if you guys are watching this and you are main Black Desert players, if you're looking for just a throwaway game, I hate to call Last Chaos that because it meant so much to me in my past. But it is a throwaway game now. I love to jump in, grind a little bit, and maybe do some PvP or something. And just kind of run around, see what I can do. But the good thing about this is if you log off your character, the buffs don't tick down. So you can literally get somebody to run the cube for you, get the buff, and then come back and grind when you get time later. And that's what I've been doing. I've been jumping in when I can. I'm going to have to... If this cat... So my wife got this cat. a couple of months ago, and she is the most ornery little thing. They took her from her mom when she was too little, so she basically thinks we're her mommy. She is a calico, but she's like a weird medium-haired calico, to where she's not short hair, but she's not long hair either. Her fur is very strange, but she's part Maine Coon, so she's going to be a very big kitty, and she's a terror. If you tell her to get down or something, she'll freak out and she'll hunker down and she'll just spaz out, and then sometimes she'll run off or sometimes she'll attack you. She's just crazy. She's just a crazy cat. She's very cute, but she is very, very bad. And she's going through that phase. We haven't got her spayed yet, so she's growing very quickly. But she's gonna have to have a vet visit soon. But you can just, if you've had a small kitten in your life, especially like a part Maine Coon, you know just how crazy they are. But if I pause, that's because I'm trying to get her out of all of my stuff without making too much noise out of like her freaking out. And she also has this habit, if she's hungry, she just destroys everything she can get to till you feed her. It's bad. I don't know how to correct that behavior, because it's like, oh, I'm feeding you to make you stop, but it's like, oh, I'm rewarding you, so you're just gonna do it more. But being that she's like 2 months old, and she's being bad because she wants me to cuddle her. She wants to come up and get up here and be cuddled. She likes to do that after she eats. But I'm recording, so she doesn't get to do that. So she's being bad. No, you can't have the microphone, Toast. Her mommy called her Toast. So now we have 3 cats. I have my Siamese, Seal Point, whatever they call them. She is very dark brown, and she has all the Siamese markings. She's very much Siamese. She's antisocial. She allows me to mess with her and no one else. And we named her Cookie because she reminds me of a snickerdoodle. The color of her fur. And then we have a second Siamese. She was completely white. So we named her Marshmallow. So we call her Mellow for short. And she is a snowshoe Siamese. So she has all 4 white feet, and she has a white stripe down the middle of her face. And she's more white than grayish white Seal Point Siamese than the other one. So we have a dark Siamese that is brown and black. And then we have the crazy half Maine Coon calico named Toast. So we have Cookie, Mellow, and Toast. All our cats are generic food names. It's ridiculous. But anyway, those are the cats. While I'm finishing up doing a little bit of grinding here, and you can see I gain so for skill point, you get skill point experience. Every 10,000 skill point experience, you gain 1 skill point. So I'm gaining with the current buffs I have. I'm not running any extra buffs, just the cube. I'm actually getting some drops today. But I'm running the cube buff, the party buff. And that's all I'm running in terms of actual XP or SP increases. I'm getting one per kill from this Hecate monster. Base value at 115, Hecate gives you 11,000 skill experience. So it gives you 1 skill, and then with the extra, I'm getting like a little bit over that. I should be getting more than that because I have cube party buff effect level 3, but I'm not in a fellowship or a party, so I'm not getting as much as I should. But you can see I have my donation setting to 100, and I've been donating a lot. I'm at almost 1,000,000 points in terms of XP. So that's a thing. Now, the other thing I need to touch on, while I'm not going to be here the rest of the day and some of this week, I had an emergency pop up yesterday. It was very, very, very windy here in the Midwest, or Missouri specifically. And I showed, like, you guys that are on the, if you watched the last like video I put out, I showed part of our farm, the part that I've effectively taken over. It's about 20 acres. So the field and all the clear field and everything that needs work, that's only about 20 acres. The rest of the farm is further back behind the tree line, and there it's significantly more. I can't remember the exact amount. I think it's like 184 acres total, or 284. I can't remember. It's a couple hundred acres, and a lot of it's rented out in row crop, and the rest of it is up there at the main hill, the main part of the farm, where the barn and all the shops and machine sheds and just all the farm stuff. And my grandma's house is up there. That's where she lives. She's the main. Everything's in her name, so it's the family farm. Grandpa's not around anymore. He passed away when I was very little, so it's just been grandma all these years. And of course, with my dad being gone, there's just my brother and me left. And so yeah, there's that. Well, grandma has let all these trees grow up around her house, and they're starting to die off. They're old enough now that they're dying off. Give me a second. I have to get the cat. Anyway, she's let all the trees grow up around. So they're dying. And this one tree, we told her it needed to be taken down. Hey, look, Hand of the Warrior. That means I get a Heaven Stone. But needed to be taken down. And needed to call somebody because we don't have the equipment to take a tree down without just cutting it and letting it fall. We don't have a cherry picker or anything like that to go to the top of it and take it down piece by piece so it doesn't fall. Usually those guys that do that, they'll go up and they'll lift themselves at the top of the tree, tie off a section of the tree, cut it, and then it'll fall down and it'll be tied off so it won't hit anything, and then just lower it down. And they'll do it piece by piece, and then like that. But we don't have the equipment to do that. So if we cut it, we just have to let it fall where it falls, and hopefully that our tree cutting skills are good enough not to hit anything. Well, she hadn't called anybody yet and didn't get it taken down, and the wind took it yesterday. And the part that was dead in the top of it didn't break. And this tree is big. I mean, I'm talking like 50, 60 feet. You know, maybe only 30 or 40, but very big, and very big around, and it's split into 4 pieces. It had basically 4 main trunks that went up, and it was a weird tree. But the main trunk at the bottom was very big around, and then it had 4 big main trunks that went up out of it. That's the cat making noise again, if that picked up. Anyway, but the 2 trunks that were dead didn't break off. It actually split that whole tree in half, and it came up out of the ground. Part of it fell, and it actually missed the house, which was surprisingly enough, but the rest of it was kind of leaning, and the wind was taking it, but it got caught in a secondary tree that was up there, and we were afraid it was going to fall on the house, because if it twisted and went the other way, it would have. So I had to go up there in the middle of the nasty, windy, cold, practically rainy weather and deal with this tree. So my brother and I had to become lumberjacks for a day. And then I've got to go clean up the rest of the mess, so I'm going to be cutting trees all day. But at least we got it on the ground. We only flattened some flowers that she had planted around. We didn't hit any buildings or houses or anything, so it was pretty good. I couldn't take the camera with me because, you know, Grandma was around. She didn't want to be on camera. And my brother doesn't really either, so it's just one of those things. Y'all don't get to see it, you just get to hear about it. But yes, very big. I mean, when you're cutting trees that are almost as big around as you are, there's dangerous. You can get seriously hurt. So you just kind of have to know what you're doing. But we got it down, and so now we got to clean up the mess. Basically, what we ended up having to do is we cut the 2 dead portions off and let them fall because they weren't leaning towards anything. It just kind of fell across the main yard. And then the 2 other ones were pretty bad. We cut one of them and tied it off and pulled on it. I was pulling on it while he cut. and we got it most of the way down, but it was still kind of stuck in the tree. So I hooked my truck to it and pulled on the base of it. And we got it on the ground and kind of avoided. And then the last one was the same way. I cut it and it fell, but it got caught in the other big tree next to it. So we had to hook onto the base of it with the truck and pull on it some more. And we got them on the ground, but said broke some branches out of the secondary tree and smashed some flowers and stuff. But it is what it is, you know. When stuff falls, you just gotta do what you gotta do. At least it's not on the house. Because if it would have fallen on one of the buildings or the yard building or the house, you're talking massive amounts of damage, big damage, very expensive. You know, you're replacing sections of the roof or windows, whatever it goes through, siding, sides of the house, because those trees weigh a lot. They do. If you ever heard one of them fall, just the amount of weight, it's awful. It really is. So I'm going to quit rambling, but that's where I'm going to be, and I kind of want to talk about Last Chaos. It is my guilty pleasure. I do like to play it on and off, so I do like to put up video, and I am still farming in it here and there. And just to give you guys an update, let me pause this and I'll switch to it. There. Here's Black Desert. Here's my update for the Black Desert users. I do have some stacks I'm building up, so these are 40s and 50s, and it's still got the 100 stacks. So I am working on it. I am working on things, and we're fishing like crazy. So it is what it is. And we'll resume normal Black Desert content as soon as I get some content, things to make on. But for now, we're AFK fishing, and I have been doing some cooking too. I got tons of meals, almost 62,000 smoked fish steak. So we are getting there. Let me switch back to this. And that is what I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will resume pick it up as soon as I'm done dealing with emergencies and everything else. Maybe I can make some more farm vlogs, take y'all with me, and some more LC, Last Chaos, and BDO videos. I like to... That's what I want to build my channel around, you know, the farming stuff, and then when I play games, I'm going to do LC and BDO, and then if I can throw some single-player games in, then maybe we'll do that, eventually live streaming, but that's kind of the plan. I'm just out of time. I got a whole list of crap I got to do, so putting out when I can. I appreciate the support, all the help from everybody in game, and everything that has been going on. It's very appreciated, and especially the support, all the subs, all the kind comments. I haven't been able to reply to them, probably won't get to until tomorrow, but I have been reading them, and I do really appreciate all of them, so thank you. Have a good rest of your day, and as always, until next time.